Last episode, we did a leak down test on this engine. Some of the cylinders were good, some weren't. We have our heads off, so we can do some valve lapping. Before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and clean up some of the carbon build on these heads. We got some of these Duragold brass coated abrasive wire wheels. It's important that you have brass coated. That way it doesn't actually take any of the material away from your aluminum, and it's just cleaning off the surfaces.
An engine can have good compression, but bad leak down will destroy its performance. We got some amazing results from this inexpensive process, so make sure you watch all the way to the end.
All right, that looks pretty good. Now that our cylinder heads are clean, we went ahead and labeled each valve for each cylinder, putting an X for the ones that needed to be lapped and a check mark for ones that didn't. So let's get to taking these valves out on cylinder 1 because we know we want to take both of those out.
Watch the video in the upper right to see how we determined which valves we needed to work on.
Place our aluminum piece there. That on top. And tighten with a wrench. This way. Wash the air. Make sure there's a little bit of grease applied to this top stud. Next, using a hand tool only, tighten this bolt down until you can remove your valve keepers with the magnet. Do not use an impact on this because it can overheat and strip the stud.
In case the valves go down with the tool as you tighten it, use a mallet to tap them out gently.
There you go.
If this is your first time, there are 2 valve spring retainers. Try not to lose them.
All right, let's get these springs off quick.
Some springs are specific to the exhaust and intake, so make sure you keep them well organized.
Jake, you got a little dishwasher? So those black spots are all pitting within that seal. That's where our air is going to leak by. So we want to lap them to get rid of that. Oh, this one looks really good.
Oh, and are we just doing the exhaust on this one?
This one we were leaking on both. You can have pitting on this side too. So you can see a little bit of pitting on there as well. So, all right, we're going to add 3 little dabs to this. Toss it in here. All right, now every time I go like this, it sounds smooth, kind of like how I did it before, and then after a while it sounded smooth, but when I did that, it unsmooth. So let's take a gander. Oh, look at that. Got like a nice consistent color around there too. Ooh, look at this. Got a nice consistent color around here too. Well, should we call that one good?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna get some brake cleaner to kind of clean this off because we do not want any of that in our engine. I don't think so. Fours and 2-stroke. All right, we got these cleaned up really well. Got all of our compound out. Let's toss these back in, get our springs back on. All right, we got this back on. Now remember, using a hand tool, let's tighten this bad boy back down.
Yeah, but they'll drop into place once you get down far enough.
Oh, they will.
Yeah, keep going. These are the spring retainers I was talking about.
Sorry, I have to wiggle it to get this.
These things are hard to hold on to. They are a little tricky, so just be patient. And that one's good. Cool. It does help to have an extra set of hands, so phone a friend if you have to.
Whoa. What?
No way.
No way. Put it off there. All right, we're going to go ahead and get the rest of these valves done. When we come back, we're going to get this on that engine and do our leak down test. Action. All right, let's give this one a shot.
This cylinder was at 70 before we did our valves.
And it looks like we're sitting at right about 80. It's pretty good, 20% leak down.
This one was at 74.
It looks like we're at about 71.
This one was at 89 previously.
This is one that was the best. Didn't even touch this one. And what do you know? About 89, 90. This one on this side.
This one was by far our worst at 30 psi.
Ooh, that is not good. We're still sitting at about 32.
And it's the intake?
Yep, still on the intake. All right. I guess we'll have to get this head off, work back on that intake.
Another reason why we went with ARP head bolts.
Yeah. One reason we went with ARP head bolts is so you could reuse them. This is exactly why.
You're nervous?
Yeah.
I'm pretty nervous too. Yep.
You'd be kidding me.
It's coming out the exhaust now?
Like a decent amount.
But hey, what is it, 50?
Yeah,
That's better.
that's better. All right, here's the moment of truth.
We ended up taking the head off again and lapping the valves for a third time.
Oh, baby. Let's go. We're at 72.
Is it leaking out the intake?
Nope, it's leaking on the rings. So
Nice.
we're good to go on this one now. Yes!
That's 74, bro. 72.
Yeah, you're right. That is about 74, isn't it?
Yeah.
Woo!
Look at that.
Dude, that's sweet.
Let's go.
All right. Now, we'll do the other side, and we'll show you the results of our good old leak down test. So stick around. Part of our mission here at the Roy Garage is to inspire 1 million people to go out in their garage and start wrenching again. One way we keep track of that is by our subscriber count. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
This cylinder was previously 72.
About 85.
The next was 55.
70%. Not terrible.
That's not good at all.
We'll be coming back to this one. This one was 67.
76. One on this side looks good. We're at 30% leak down on this one, not great. This one terrible. We had a ton leaking on the intake side, so we're gonna take a look at that one. And then this one's 76. It's really close to being optimal.
And after taking the head off and doing some more lapping, we got
That's a 70.
Not much out of the intake anymore. A little bit out of the exhaust. But yeah, we got the 70. All of our other ones are 70 and above as well, so that might be it.
In the end, we took our PSI from an average of 64 all the way up to 76, almost 77, which is a 20% increase. It did take a decent amount of time and energy, but very well worth the results. Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Roy Garage. We'll catch you next time.